everyone, Paul here. Today I'm going to be talking about stocks that have kind of a higher percentage in gains than some of the others. And I'm talking not necessarily about doing options with these stocks. I'm talking about when you find the right moments, you could actually ride these stocks out. And you can only focus on the moments when they go up. But when you do find those moments, these particular stocks, they do return more because a lot of these stocks they're connected to, majority of them are connected to Bitcoin. So they're the only stocks that are out there that really get some pretty good high percentages are the ones that are connected to Bitcoin. So today we're going to be looking at a couple stocks and kind of how to read it in the charts. We'll look at a couple stocks and see how much you can actually make when just buying in, not even doing options, but just buying in at certain points, finding it in the chart. We'll be looking on the day chart. So our goal here is to buy a stock and kind of ride it out till you get a pretty good percentage from it. It's up to you if you want to sell or not, but the whole point of this is to find the stocks that have a pretty good high percentage. And typically, from what I've seen, a lot of them are connected to Bitcoin. So we're going to look at a couple stocks, and we're going to kind of look at some moves that I would do previously. We'll look at it on the day chart because you'll basically want to ride this out until you get to those gains, those numbers. So we'll look at moments on the daily and see what percentage we can get by riding it out. So we'll look at a couple stocks that I have in mind. These stocks are pretty much connected to Bitcoin, and any other stocks other than Bitcoin, they'll still return you some pretty decent ones, but they won't return you these type of numbers. But anyway, let's run through a couple of these stocks that I'm going to point out and see how much they return you if you focus on getting in on a daily chart and riding it out. Okay, so the first one I want to look at is MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is a company owned by Michael Saylor, and it's connected to Bitcoin. But anyway, what I want to do is kind of point out the moments that I look for when kind of coming into trades and getting out of trades. Now, how I have set up in my chart is I have the linear line strategy mixed with the Ghost Market Pro Cloud. I got the cloud on here twice, one in a linear form and one by the default settings. So what I basically do is on the day chart, I will look for moments when the yellow part right here is going above the zero line. So you need to find those moments. I also confirm it with the linear line when I see it crossing up to kind of confirm it. So what you want to look for, you want to get those gains. You want to focus on the moments where they go up. So you want to focus when it is crossing, when the lines are crossing. So on the Ghost Market Cloud, so basically I have it on here twice. On the cloud, I got rid of the yellow, and then I changed everything else to a line instead of what the default is. So that's basically what this is. It acts more on a stochastic level. So you get both here. You see it on like a stochastic level, and you also see confirmation with the default. But anyway, what you want to look for on the day is moments when it's crossing up. So you see that right here. You see a confirmation. So right here is where I would buy on the day. I would find moments where it looks like it's about to cross up, and then I basically would ride this out for days. If we rode this out all the way up here to the top, this took 14 days, and it was about a 45% increase. So like I said, you can only focus on the moments when this stock is going up. If you do options for these, especially with MicroStrategy, it's very, very, very expensive. So the best thing to do, in my opinion, is just buy it when it looks like it's going to go up, and you'll get some pretty good percentages if you just know where to look. So anyway, we'll look at a couple more times with MicroStrategy here. You see here's crossing right here. You see the yellow going up on the zero line right here, so you know that this would be a good time to get in for a trade. So you're coming in, you ride this out. If you ride it all the way down here at the top, you know exactly when to get out when the lines start crossing each other again. This is a 56% increase. So you're going to have, when you do the strategy, and keep in mind, you every time you buy and sell, you may or may not have to pay taxes on it. That please result in getting a financial expert. I am not a financial advisor, so if you want to follow the strategy, make sure you consult a financial expert on buying and selling, because there's probably capital gains that you get from this. So just make sure you go to a financial advisor. Anyway, you see the next moment right here. You see it crossing up, and you will ride this out all the way to the top. This is 20 days, and this is 126% gains for this one right here. So that would have been a really good gain if you rode it from here all the way here to the top. So let's look at a couple more. There's small ones and there's big ones. And we got right here, we got a small move right here. This is going to be a big one, but we rode this out. 16% in 13 days. You got another moment right here. You see the lines cross right here to here. You got another 16%. And then right here you see the lines cross right about here. And if you came in right about here, rode it out to the top, this is 24 days and it's about 46%. So with MicroStrategy, if you find the right moments on the daily here, it looks like you can actually make about 50%. It's based off of some pretty good. If you know how to look for it on the daily chart, you can find some pretty good high percentage gains with MicroStrategy. So let's really quickly look at some other stocks. Now, the only ones that are close to MicroStrategy would be mining Bitcoin type stock. So we want to go to one called REIT. Go to REIT, see what we can get out of that and how to look for it. So you see it happen again right here, crossing up. You see right down here with the Ghost Market Pro, you see it coming up on the zero line. So you see that this is a good moment to get in for a trade. So if you rode REIT out from here till here, this would be a 34% increase. And then you got moments like right here. So if you look for it to cross on the daily, those are some pretty good indications of entering your trades. But if you come right here to here is another small one. This is 13%. So we can find another big move. See right here, we see it crossing. It goes up on the zero line, and we see it crossing with the lines. So from here to here, here to here, this is a 48%. With this strategy, you can only focus on when the asset is going up. You cannot focus on when it's going down unless you're doing options. So whichever way you want to do it, we see another moment right here. We see the yellow going above the zero line. We see it crossing right here, and we see right it up here to the top. And this one is about a 58% increase. So there's two stocks right there, that are pretty much connected to Bitcoin, and they both return some pretty good high percentages if you know where to look. Now, MicroStrategy is when doing options, which I made an attempt on that I think once, but it's very volatile doing options with it. The best strategy for MicroStrategy is either hold it long term or scalp it when it goes up. And basically, we saw those numbers. We saw that it goes up to 50%. If you know exactly where to look. So there's a lot of stocks out there that can return those. We looked at MicroStrategy. We looked at Riot, which is a Bitcoin mining company. There's also there's other mining companies out there, but anything related to Bitcoin probably will return some pretty good profit, especially when Bitcoin starts going parabolic. It's really going to peak up these prices. But other than that, there's some other close stocks out there like NVIDIA. NVIDIA does some pretty good numbers. And just do your own research. So anyway, these are just some that I found that return just buying and holding for a period of time and then selling. Now keep in mind, when you buy and sell, you may or may not have to pay capital gains tax. Not a financial advisor, so please consult your own financial advisor. I'm not responsible for any profit or loss. I'm just giving you guys the data that I uncover from reading these charts. But anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.